Hello there everybody, Sam's Trains here and welcome back to the Railway. Today I'm reviewing the latest addition to the Hornby Era 1 range. Hornby's Era 1 rolling stock is a mixed bag to say the least, but they are always interesting even if they're not always good. So I am going to keep reviewing these new releases, and today's new release is actually available as a standalone model, not as part of a larger pack, so that's even better. And it is this, the new Liverpool and Manchester Royal Mail Coach. And according to Hornby, this was the first ever specifically designed mail coach to be used on a railway. So quite a significant vehicle if that's the case, and you certainly pay dearly for the privilege. So the full price on Hornby's website is £39.99, so basically £40. And I bought mine from the model centre for a slight discount of 11% at £35.99. So a very high price for what is a very small coach. However, it does seem as though some significant development has gone into this model. As you can see, it's a totally different body from what we've seen before, so that should be interesting to look at. And also, according to Hornby's website, this model has NEM couplings on board. Now, Hornby hinted with their locomotion number 1 that their Liverpool and Manchester range was going to start being NEM compatible, although I thought they'd changed their mind on locomotion number 1. But if this has got NEM couplings, then that's a step in the right direction. That will make it compatible with more other models. So yeah, definitely some steps in the right direction with this. Let's see what this is like. Let's see if it's worth the money, because it is expensive. And let's see if it works properly. So here we go, the new Liverpool and Manchester Royal Mail Coach. So as you can see, this comes in Hornby's kind of standard wagon packaging, which makes sense. Yeah, it seems to be decent quality and such. Let me show you the end of the box. So the product code for this is R40436. It is the Liverpool and Manchester Mail Coach, and that is all she wrote. So without any further ado, I think we'll get straight in because there's nothing really to see on the rest of the box. And we'll see what this is like, and we'll also see what you get with it. So open ahoy, and let's have a look. Right, we've got an accessories bag popped out, and in this we've got 2 of the chain couplings and a grumpy looking chap with a stick up his backside. Okay, that's a little bit explicit for a general audience, so that's odd. I thought we were getting a guard with this coach. Instead, we've got a grumpy Victorian man on the toilet having a medical emergency. That's ever so slightly disturbing, Hornby. Very interesting. Noticeably though, no NEM couplings. That's a little concerning because there's also none fitted to the model itself. So that's confusing. Hopefully it will at least have the pockets so that I can fit a NEM coupling. But yeah, anyway, let's open this up. Let's take our first look at the top of it. Right, interesting. So it's significantly different from the other Liverpool and Manchester coaches. Yeah, that roof design is totally different. Right, let's lift this up. Okay, so first things first, no NEM couplings. So what on earth is going on? How can they promise NEM couplings and then not deliver them? That's really disappointing. I really thought this would have NEM couplings, and you can't blame me because they explicitly said that this did have, so it's misdescribed. But apart from that, yeah, it is a cool looking coach, that's for sure. Quite noticeably, it does have the same chassis as the other Liverpool and Manchester coaches from Hornby. And looking at the drawings that we do have of this coach, that doesn't seem unreasonable. It does seem to have the same chassis as the standard coaches. But it does beg the question, if Hornby haven't had to develop a new chassis for this coach, why is this £40 at the full price? Because all it is really is a new body. Yeah, quite confusing. But yeah, the body itself looks pretty decent. We've got some detail on this, quite a few separately fitted parts. And I'll give you a much closer look at the detail and features in just a second. And there's not an awful lot of history to give on this because really there's not an awful lot online about this. Like I say, Hornby say this is the first specifically designed mail coach to be used on a railway, so that's pretty interesting. And because it's got the guard on the back, this would go at the end of the train, presumably as well. But that's pretty much all I know about this. So with that, let's have a close look at the detail and the features on this. Well, Hornby continues to perpetuate their image of total incompetence. The model itself actually isn't that bad. I don't have that many problems with the model. It's not great, as we'll see, but it's not terrible either. The real problem is with Hornby's listing, because they've misdescribed this item almost entirely. I'm just really confused as to how they've managed it. So first of all, yeah, they claimed that this had NEM couplings, which is just outright false, and that alone gives customers grounds to return this for being not as described. And I hope they do, frankly, because I'm quite tired of Hornby misdescribing their products to make them seem as though they're better than they are. But it doesn't stop there. They also say the weight without packaging is 0.47 with no units provided. Well, it's obviously not grams or kilograms, because that would be miles off. The closest it could be is ounces, and if it is ounces, that means they're mixing imperial and metric measurements for reasons unknown. But that's even if that is what they've done, because it's still wrong. 0.47 ounces would be 13.3 grams. The actual weight of this is 18 grams, so again, that's just wrong. They also say that this has got plastic separately fitted buffers, which is also wrong. They're actually metal. Now, some of this stuff doesn't really matter, obviously, but Hornby is a model manufacturer. Attention to detail is supposed to be the order of the day here, and for them to get so much wrong is just utterly shambolic and embarrassing. But my favourite gaffe is this one. On the description, they say a crew figure, coachman, can be seated at the back of your layout to perfectly replicate the scene. So apparently he doesn't sit at the back of the train like this, he's supposed to sit at the back of the layout for unknown reasons. But in all seriousness, if anybody from Hornby who knew even remotely what they were talking about had checked over this product description, then these mistakes would not have gotten through. The fact that this obviously wasn't checked suggests that Hornby just don't give a damn. I can't understand how Hornby expect anybody to take them seriously when they obviously don't even know their own products. It's just absolutely insane. But anyway, let's take a look at this model then. So yes, it's got the same old chassis as on the other Era 1 coaches from Hornby, not even with a different paint job. It's still in the yellow, although again, that does match the drawings that we've got. The body also appears to match the drawings that are available online, with a few differences. The area around the doors is shown to be a kind of yellow on most of the drawings I've seen, whereas here it's a brown. So again, if it was yellow, that might have matched the chassis a little bit better. The brown, not so much. Also, most of the drawings show a kind of crest on at least one of the doors, except on this model, the doors are pretty much blank. Now, maybe Hornby had access to drawings that I didn't, which showed the coach looking like this, or maybe it's just not that accurate. I'm not entirely sure, but those are my findings. We have got the Royal Mail and Liverpool and Manchester lettering on the doors though, although that doesn't look great because it's black text on a red background, so it doesn't stand out brilliantly. Again, if this text was on a yellow background, as seen in the drawings, then it would have looked better, and not only that, but more realistic. The interior doesn't make a lot of sense either. It's just seats inside here with no obvious place for the mail to go. Now, the drawings do show passengers inside, so maybe the mail is just kept in the little box on the top or something, but for a coach that's designed specifically for mail, that seems quite strange, but I guess that's not entirely Hornby's mistake if that's what the drawings show. But yeah, if you've got any info on that, please do let me know. Anyway, the decoration is okay. We've got this red section, and even though these door handles are not separately fitted, they have been separately picked out, which makes them stand out a little bit. And then these grab handles a little higher up, those are actually separately fitted, so they've got some better relief to them. There are some blemishes in the paintwork though, which spoils the finish, as does the quite visible fingerprint around the back of the coach. So I really can't compliment the quality on this either. A lot of the other detail is just a part of the moulding, so the detail on the ends here, this doesn't appear to be separately fitted. Same is true of the steps on the other end. Here is our poor constipated chap, who really does, I'm sorry to say, it really does look like he's sitting on the bog, doesn't he? And there's even a little deposit dropping out from underneath him, which looks awful. I can't believe they've designed it to look like that. And then up on the top, we've got these railings, which are shown in the diagrams and drawings, and they are separately fitted and wire, as you can see, not actually too bad. And then there's this little trunk on the top, which has basically no detail to it at all, which is a pity, but at least it's there on the model. And as I've already mentioned, there are no NEM pockets or NEM couplings of any kind on this model as described. We've just got the same old Hornby chain style couplings that we saw on the other Era 1 models. And yes, this £40 model weighs less than 20 grams, like I say, 18 grams, so very, very lightweight. It's not such a bad thing, of course, because your Era 1 locos need lightish rolling stock to be able to haul them easily. But as usual, why such a basic model with limited detail and very, very limited features needs to cost quite this much, I have no idea at all. And constipated Colin here isn't really doing much to add to the value, in my opinion. So I think that's all there is to say in terms of the coach's appearance. Let's now get it down onto the track, put it with some of my other Era 1 coaches, and see what it looks like with them. So I've put the pooing trespasser at the back of the layout, which is where Hornby says he needs to go in order to perfectly replicate the scene. Quite why you'd want to replicate a scene of public defecation, I have no idea, although it is a pretty good metaphor for some of Hornby's products these days. The Gordon's Hill rolling test did go pretty well though. It got fairly far down, past the signal box at least, to the first curve, and for such a light piece of rolling stock that's really not too bad. So Era 1 locomotives should not struggle to haul this. And speaking of Era 1 locomotives, I've got the Hornby Lion, which I guess is technically not Era 1, but it's a powerful loco, should be capable of hauling all of these coaches. And at the back, I've got the Mail Coach, which I'm about to test. And all right, we'll put Colin on board just to complete the look. There we go. And yes, he's a bad fit. Doesn't fit into the hole snugly, still loose. So you'd have to glue him on there if you wanted him to stay put. But there we go, there is Colin. Let's start Lion and let's see how it performs. Hopefully Colin won't bang his head. There we go. Alright, here we go. Let's see how it takes the track. And yeah, it looks alright. It's a nice way to complete the train. It's just a pity it costs nearly £40 and it isn't much better for that price. But yeah, at least from a sort of performance standpoint, it does what it's supposed to. It seems to be staying on the track. Yeah, no problem at all. Okay, so on the plus side, it's another piece of Era 1 rolling stock, which adds a bit of variety to our Era 1 trains. That's a good thing. It's also got some new tooled elements to it. Yes, not the chassis, but at least it's not just a repainted version of the existing Hornby coach body. They have actually developed something new here. I do have concerns over how realistic it is, the fact that it doesn't match up to the drawings I've seen, so it doesn't seem as though this is a particularly accurate model, but then again, neither are any of the other Hornby Era 1 models, so at least it fits in from that point of view. Downside, like I've said, yes, is the price. Also the fact that Hornby have misdescribed the product considerably, demonstrating a real lack of knowledge on their own products, which is pretty embarrassing. It's also not the greatest quality. It's lightweight, which I could live with, but the paintwork really isn't that great. And while I think it's pretty cool that a figure was included with this coach, his pose and the way he fits onto the coach is questionable / disturbing. I guess you pick whichever term better fits you. But yeah, not really worth the best part of £40. If you're looking for realism, then definitely give this a miss. If you quite fancy the idea of it but don't want to pay quite that much, I would just recommend not buying and waiting until they come down in price. If enough people do that, that might force Hornby and the retailers to sell this at a more reasonable price, which I don't think would be a bad thing. Alright, let's check how this performs over the points. I don't believe I've ever had a problem with any of the Hornby Era 1 rolling stock on points, so I'm certainly not expecting to see any problems, but let's do the test nevertheless. So open up the points, let's back it up, and let's see how it gets on. Yep, the Royal Mail Coach is fine, and actually the rest of it has been fine as well. It's gone over both sets of points there backwards. Let's try it forwards. Yeah, so actual performance-wise, even though you can't use the NEM couplings because they don't exist, everything apart from that is absolutely fine, so no problem at all. Alright, let's do some ratings. So the level of detail I've given 2.5 stars. First of all, the decoration doesn't match the drawings. I'm not going to knock it down too much for that because maybe this model was based on some other material which I've not seen, but it doesn't seem to match the material that's available. The interior has nothing but seats inside, so I don't know how accurate that is. Maybe the mail just goes in that little box on the roof. Otherwise, yeah, not sure. However, what I can say is that there's an over-reliance of moulded detail, so the detail on the ends doesn't look that great as a result of just being moulded. And the guard included with this model looks awful as well. He looks like an intruder that snuck onto the roof to do a poo there. Now look at the drawing, and then look at Hornby's figure. What is going on there? I don't know. So I've given it middle of the road anyway, 2.5. Performance I've given 4-star. Generally there's nothing to fault on performance, except we were promised NEM couplings and we didn't get them. So I'm not sure quite where to mark it down for that. I'm going to do it on performance. Otherwise though, nice smooth performance, no derailing, no issues with the couplings provided. Yep, not bad performance. The quality I've given 3-star. It has been assembled quite nicely, most of the parts have been fitted well, but there are quite a few blemishes in the paintwork, spatters of brown paint where it shouldn't be, and also a nasty fingerprint. So for £40, that is really not acceptable. And on to value we go. £39.99 is the RRP, £35.99 is the retailer price. That's far too expensive for what you get here. It's a relatively poor quality model that doesn't seem to match the prototype that well, and it's very light on features and doesn't even include the features that were promised on Hornby's website. So the best I can do is 2.5 star. Overall then, that is 5.55 out of 10, or a grade of F, which means I can't recommend it. Hornby, if you think I've been unfair, please get in touch if you want to explain any of this. I'd be very happy to hear from you. But for now, into the logbook, second place at the bottom. Yeah, it's probably going to stay there, to be fair, below the Bachmann crane. Alright folks, well that will just about do it for this review. Please let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Was I too harsh on this? Was I too generous on it? Please do let me know. And a message for Hornby, please put a bit more effort into your products. Make the products better, make them worth the money, and also for goodness sake, for the love of all that is holy, check your listings. Make sure that you're not publishing errors, make sure that you're not misdescribing products. I just assume that you're doing this on purpose at this point because I've caught you so many times misdescribing products. But if it is an accident, then for the love of God, proofread your listings to make sure these errors aren't getting through, because it's embarrassing and repetitive. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. Not one I would recommend. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, cheers folks. You take care.